Non-duality is the realization of who you truly are. It's so hard to talk about. Like, I begin and I'm like, how do you even get that into words? So let's talk about what you're not. So most people think that they're a body sitting listening to me talk. This is something I talk about a lot. And that they're sitting on a seat and they're looking out of their eyes and they have a life. They've come from somewhere, they're going to somewhere, and they live on a planet, or they live in a country, they live in a world, on a planet, in a solar system, and they are somebody. And that somebody incorporates all of those things that were talked about. And that's not actually who's experiencing. That is an experience appearing, so there's no need to deny that person. So it is an experience happening, but it's not actually the experiencer. So that's quite fundamental. Like that difference, that the belief that you are somebody, a soul, a separate entity with thoughts, feelings, ideas, ambition, tragedies, traumas, money or no money, poverty or rich, a home, family, that person is experiencing to nobody is experiencing. Nobody, not a thing, is experiencing. So isn't that really cool that you assume that your personality, your soul is looking out of your eyes and that's who's experiencing? Whereas actually there's something beyond that that's looking out. There's something that's the most intimate sense of being that's always been here, but yet there is also been, like, locked with it, this identification with form. So identification with personality, thoughts, feelings, ideas, past, future, possessions. And so your essence, your beingness is so locked in, people call it identified with form, that it's impossible to separate them out. So when I suggest that, it seems like, what? How could there be nobody experiencing now? Of course there's somebody experiencing. It's me, and I'm in here experiencing. And this possibility, this other possibility that it's something else, seems alien to that person. But notice, that person that rejects this or likes this, that thought and that idea is appearing. Your choices, your thoughts, your feelings are appearing, and they're being watched, you could say. There's something that's experiencing them. So they're not the experiencer. Like, you have an idea that pops up, like, I don't know what she's talking about. So that thought pops up and it's like, and there's something that knows that. There's something that's always there that knows these thoughts, these feelings, these ideas. And these thoughts and these feelings, ideas aren't always here looking out. So the idea that you're a rich person isn't always looking out. That can't be who you are. The idea that you're a good person isn't something that's always here, so it can't be who you truly are. It's something that comes and goes, and it's dependent on who you're around. If you're around lots of angels, then maybe you're a bad person. If you're around lots of, like, murderers, then you're a good person. So it's not a fixed thing. But yet there is this experiencer that's always here, that's absent of any of those qualities. It's so profound, it's absent of any quality. If you were going to give it qualities, you would say it's experiencing, if that is a quality, and love. But that's it. So your thought, your feeling appears. So maybe you've got like an uncomfortable feeling in the heart area, or you've got an uncomfortable feeling in your throat, or you're nervous. So say that's arising, but there's something that experiences it. That nervousness or that heart pain isn't what's experiencing. Most people think that that heart pain or that nervousness is experiencing. So I'm looking out and I am nervous. I have heartache, my heart is broken, and it feels like that's an identity looking out. So that's not who's looking out now. This identity, this belief system, the thoughts, these feelings, these ideas. And it's so indoctrinated, this idea of you. Like it's such a fundamental belief. You even believe that you're somebody that came from the past and is sitting here. And that's a thought and an image that arises. But how could that be who's experiencing now? So a thought and images arises of someone coming from the past and sitting here, and then there's an identification with that, and then this constant belief that you're somebody that's moving through time. Whereas actually who you are is the timeless, this moment that's experiencing itself, life that's experiencing itself. That's who you've always been, and that's what you'll be after death as well. But what happens is, it's my consciousness, it's my feelings, it's my ideas, it's my life. And there's a constant story of your life. Like, I'm living here, I'm going there, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I look like this, I look like that. And with it, there's more than likely an image of yourself doing it in your head. But notice, in that, there's something that experiences it. So therefore, that person you believe yourself to be, that you're always telling yourself you are, cannot be the experiencer. It's an experience. Isn't that magical? Isn't that really profound? Like, who you believe yourself to be isn't you. It's an experience that comes and goes. And it comes with this body. This body has an identity. So somebody calls its name Lisa, and it's like, yes, that's me. So the body has an identity, it has a personality, it has a character, it has likes, it has dislikes, it has memories, it has friends. There's all these different things. But that isn't the experiencer. That's a functioning of the body that's appearing in this. Actually, the experiencer is no thing appearing as everything. You could say consciousness, because most people call it consciousness in non-duality. But in the end, it's actually deeper than consciousness. It's deeper than looking. Like in the end, it comes down to mystery. It's unknowing of your essence. But that looking and that consciousness and that sense of being is most probably the most accurate way in which we can describe it, because it's what's always here. And when describing it, the looking, the experiencer, there is no difference between the experiencer and that which is experienced. So it's a very good way in order to communicate it. But actually it goes deeper than looking and beingness. It's absolute mystery. You don't know who you are, but yet you are. Like even limiting it to an idea of consciousness is an idea. In the end, maybe the best ways to describe it is no thing appearing as everything, or something that cannot be known, but yet it knows itself, it is itself.